Okay, so this is exactly, so Reggie will welcome our guests and stuff, and then he'll introduce Nick. Nick is who's going to present. On behalf of us, we welcome the Honor Guard for being here tonight to post the colors. Please stand. And then he'll lead the audience in the pledge.
Perfect. Okay, that's what I was going to tell you as well. And then we're just going to take off through there when we're done.
That's fine.
And
No, that's good.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay. Good?
Okay, perfect.
Graduates, please be seated. Audience may also be seated. You're already sitting. Good evening, parents, guests, trustees of the school board, district administration, and best of all, graduates. I want to welcome you to Jefferson High School's 2026 graduation ceremony. Before we get started, I would like to share some quick housekeeping items. Please silence your ringtone and remain seated throughout the ceremony this evening. We have invited the talented Jerry Johnson of Johnson Photography, who will be capturing photos of each graduate that will be emailed to each of you in the coming days. We also have a backdrop set up just outside the rear doors for photo opportunities following the event. In addition, with the assistance of the Rigby High School Drama Department and Mr. Feck this year, this graduation ceremony will be live streamed and available on Rigby High School's YouTube channel. At this time, please join my classmate, Nicholas Sorensen, in the Pledge of Allegiance.
On behalf of Jefferson High School, we would like to thank the Honor Guard for being here tonight to post the colors. If you would join me in standing while the colors are being posted, and remain standing for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may all be seated.
My name is Camden Lloyd Laszlo. Most people know me as Reggie. I am the current student body president of Jefferson High School. Let me start off by sharing a little bit about myself. I've experienced some successes in my life, from being a 3-time state champion wrestler to graduating a full year early, which is an accomplishment that I didn't think would happen. I have a very loving family that includes my younger sister and a lot of animals. My early secondary years were full of challenges that included moving to and then back from New Mexico, a lot of fighting, and addiction. Last school year, upon moving back to Idaho from New Mexico, I re-enrolled at Rigby High School. After only 2 months, I quickly realized that I wouldn't be successful or make it to graduation if I stayed there. So I began the process of transferring to Jefferson High in the hopes of having a new start and a chance to make it to graduation. The journey has not been without hiccups. I've unfortunately experienced some trouble along the way that nearly derailed all that I was working so hard towards. However, I couldn't give up on my dream. I had to fight for it, and obviously it worked because I'm standing right here giving this speech to y'all. The slightly younger me would be so proud. Just a few years ago, my addiction was so out of control that I wasn't sure I would be alive today. I was a user and was in a dark place. I was struggling with not only drug use, but depression and loneliness. However, thanks to my friends and family, I have kicked unhealthy habits, and I am happy to say that I am almost 3 years clean and never plan on going back down that rabbit hole. I truly don't know where I would be without you people today. The first conversation I ever had with Wadsworth was at my intake meeting, and it went like, I walked into her office, and I sat down, and she asked me why I was here right now. and I told her that people just love to fight me and that I couldn't stay out of trouble. And she asked me where fighting would get me in the long run. Since then, I haven't been in a single fight, and I realized that fighting wasn't going to get me anywhere I wanted to go. I'd like to thank Miss Wadsworth for always believing in me. While me and Wadsworth didn't always see eye to eye on everything, I always knew she was looking out for me in the end. My first ever class at Jefferson High School was a science class. I had always hated science and I dreaded going to it. But I walked in and met Mr. Fortune, and he re-sparked my love for learning. Early into my sophomore year, he hatched ducks in class, and I ended up taking them home with me. And I'm happy to report that they're all safe and sound, doing quite well. Thank you, Mr. Fortune, for re-sparking my love of animals and for science. Throughout my time here, I've taken a couple of cooking classes. I went from burning mac and cheese in a microwave because I forgot to add water to winning the cupcake wars in Miss Billiter's class. Thank you for teaching me how to actually cook, Miss Billiter. Mr. Strong is the history teacher, and as I walked into his room for a class, I honestly didn't really like him at first because of his attitude. I took him too seriously, but once I relaxed and calmed down, it became one of the most influential classes I have ever taken. So thank you, Mr. Weak and Feeble, for the understandingness and for the sass. I've always hated math, but Miss Wilson made it easy to learn and taught me so well that I never failed one of her classes. Thank you, Miss Wilson, for your love to teach and for taking care of my pet goldfish, Henry, that I won from the Blackfoot Fair. I'm not paying child support on him. Without Mr. Otley, I wouldn't even know how to write this speech or be able to share it with all of you tonight. I wouldn't know how to get my feelings across using words. Thank you, Otley, for helping everyone you can. Mrs. Weeks, thank you for ranting with me when we have no work to do and for being an amazing mentor and helping me whenever we needed. Megan, thank you for keeping me level-headed when I had a big decision to make. And here's a couple of thank yous so I don't run out of time and bore you guys. Thank you, Miss Cammie, for the laughs. Thank you, Miss Cooper, for keeping me on track to achieve all of my goals and helping me for apply to college. Thank you, Sheena, for letting me get lunch, even though I always forgot to sign up. Thank you, Jordan, for keeping our school clean. And thank you, Paige, for the crazy tea and for giving me advice. You are an amazing teacher, and I hope your teaching career takes you far. Thank you, Mrs. Morris, for always including everybody, no matter who they are or their background. And last but not least, thank you, Miss Frankie, for everything you have done for me, inside and outside of school. While we may all come from diverse backgrounds, I have never seen such an inclusive community who genuinely cares for each other. The people at this school are a family, and I am profoundly grateful to everyone here and the opportunities I have been presented with. I've realized people have struggled just like me to get to this point right now. We have all been fighting the same big battle, graduating. A lot of us wanted to drop out. We didn't feel heard or seen and had been pushed out our entire lives because we learn differently or we can't sit still. At Jefferson High School, I felt like I could be a voice for those who didn't get heard. I wanted people to have fun while at school and still learn. And I've never had so much fun at any other school than Jefferson High School. However, this year has been extremely hard for the Rigby community. We have lost people we call friends or even family. I'd like to take a moment to pay respects to our friends, Lincoln Campbell and Spencer Jackson. Thank you both for changing my life in separate ways and shaping me into who I am today. Lincoln was my first ever friend in Rigby, and Spencer and I were a family through our wrestling team. I'm grateful I got to meet and know both of them. Classmates, we are a community, and will forever have being the 2026 graduating class of Jefferson High School in common. As a former member of the Hope Squad and your student body president, know that I am here for each of you. If you ever need someone to talk to or get to a place that feels like there's no hope, know I am here and I love each of you deeply. Lastly, I have a few more people I'd like to thank. First, I'd like to thank my best friend, Ryder Buffett. Without him, I don't know where I'd be in life, as he has picked me up when I was at my lowest, and he's my brother for life. Secondly, I'd like to thank Cooper Buffett, my least favorite of the two. Thank you for giving me advice and helping me grow up. Your family is a second family to me. Third, I'd like to thank my friend Anna for always listening to my rants and for always being there for me when I needed it. And finally, I'd like to thank my family for helping me become the man I am today. Thank you for everything you have done, Mom. You are the best mom I could ask for. Thank you for everything you've done for me over the past 17 years. And thank you, Dad, for helping me shape me into who I am today. Thank you, Brielle, even though we will probably fight when we get home. The next chapter for us graduates needs to be a big one. Whether your plans are to go to college, starting a career, or living in your parents' basement. No matter which direction you go in, it is bound to be a good one. I love you all. Stay safe and have an amazing next chapter.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Anna. And to the staff, the parents who never gave up, even when we gave you every reason to, and to my fellow misfits, I'll be honest, I'm a little confused about why I'm standing here today. Not because I didn't do the work, but because technically I'm supposed to be in Mr. Strong's third period class right now, wondering if I can sneak a snack behind my binder and giggle with him about 6'7", or gossiping with Miss Billiter and Miss Weeks. Being an alternative student who graduates early is a weird flex. It's like speedrunning kindergarten with hard economics classes. We've all heard it. People hear alternative high school and they think of the movies, metal detectors and kids eating lunch in detention. But you and I know the truth. This school wasn't our last resort. It was our launch pad. Let's talk about this school a little. In the traditional high school, you're a number in a sea of backpacks. Here at Jefferson, we're a collection of cases. We were the kids who were too much, too little, or too quiet, or too complicated for a 2,000-plus student campus. For those of us graduating today, we didn't just meet the standards, we redefined them. And I remember walking in the first time. I expected a movie-style detention hall in black and white. Instead, I found a place where the teachers actually know my dog's name and notice when my "I'm fine" actually meant I'm having a rough week. And they would always reach out with hugs and support on how to get through it. We didn't have a football team, although silent ball had just as equivalent feelings. But we had something better, a community of people who realized the standard way of doing things was just a suggestion. People ask me why I'm graduating as a junior. They think I'm just smart or in a rush to be an adult, but the truth is a little more sentimental. I found a place that finally gave me the tools to fix my own engine, and once I realized I could actually drive this 1967 Ford Mustang into the sunset with my boyfriend, I didn't want to stay any longer. To my teachers and staff, thank you for not being a professor on a pedestal, for not looking at my messy attendance record or my spirited debates as a deficit. You saw a fire where others just saw smoke. You were mentors, therapists, and sometimes the only people who believed we'd actually be standing here today. You didn't just teach me how to pass a test. You taught me that I wasn't broken and that I was just specialized equipment. You didn't just grade our papers. You invested in our lives. You understood that sometimes a student isn't just lazy. They're just carrying a backpack full of stuff that isn't textbooks. And I thank you for that every day of my life. I could go on and on about each and every teacher and how they've helped me in so many ways I would have never dreamed of and the love I have for them. But unfortunately, I don't have all the time in the world. They were the rock to my Patrick, and I love you all so much. And it's going to be so hard saying goodbye. But to my fellow misfits, the friends I'm leaving behind for another year, it's going to be weird not seeing you in the halls tomorrow. You guys are the only ones who understand that showing up is a back-breaking labor. We're the ones that took the long way around just to finish first. And don't let anyone tell you that graduating from the alternative is high school light. Look at what we dealt with. We balanced jobs, family stuff, and mental health battles that would make a CEO quit their job. We didn't just earn a diploma, we earned a black belt in resilience. But good luck in fourth period, I'll probably be at home napping. But definitely thinking of you. As I head out a year ahead of schedule, I'm really scared. I'm 17, I have a diploma, and I still don't know how to change a tire by myself or what a premium is. But I know how to advocate for myself, and I know how to bounce back, and I know that normal is just a setting on a dryer. It's not a requirement for a successful life. Our diplomas don't just say we graduated, they say we persisted. And congratulations to class of 2026. We did it our way, and honestly, our way is better.
Many of us arriving to Jefferson High School carried more than just our backpacks. We carried battles we had, hopes, dreams, longing for a second chance, and maybe even the weight of being the first person in their family to graduate. I, Alondra Gonzalez, carried struggles, hopes, and dreams, and a longing for a second chance. And most of all, the weight of being the first person to graduate in my family. We often take the sacrifices of our loved ones for granted, assuming they'll always be there. But the truth is, they've chosen to be there every step of the way. They've chosen to support us, to encourage us, and to love us. So to my friends and family and my educators, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being my rock, my light, and my support. Your sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. Your love and support mean the world to me. I would like to say thank you to my educators first. Otley, who always has a way with his words and his thoughts on poetry, move me every time. Wadsworth for her tough love. Frankie for encouraging others. Cami for her love and care. Megan for standing up for what's right. Cooper for helping me getting started on my CNA and her efforts. Strong and Fortunate for always making me laugh and happy, even when times were rough. Weeks for always being such a kind soul and so genuine. Billiter for making everyone feel included and her teasing that helped me get through the day. Wilson for helping me understand the subject of math and her care. Miss Lords, who always has been there and understood me, and her motherly love. Kelly and Waddups for their unconditional support and love when they had me here at Rigby before transferring. Let's take a moment to appreciate these incredible people in my life. Let's honor their sacrifices, their love, and unwavering commitment. They're the ones that made me want to show up to school, and I'm forever grateful for them. And to my friends, Eli, Livy, Andrew, Zach, Mason, Kyrie, Ace, Caitlin, Rayleigh, Cabri, Haley, everyone else who has been in this journey. You guys are more than just friends. You've been through the ups and downs and the laughter and tears and struggles. You've helped me grow and learn and become who I am today. I'm so grateful for every hangout, every silly joke, every moment. You've made my life more meaningful. I praise God for guiding me through the tough times, for giving me strength, and surrounding me with incredible people who believed in me. As I stand here at the podium, it feels unreal. I think back to the little girl who barely knew English and who struggled to understand and learn, who felt like she didn't belong. Yet, I'm here. Maria, Juan, Eileen, Luis Gonzalez, if you guys could please stand up to make yourselves known. Mis padres que me dieron todo y que dejaron todo atrás para darme un futuro mejor. These are my parents and my family who left everything behind. Friends, acres of land, families, the only thing they knew, just to give me a better future. And for my sister, who's always been there for me and who'd always be my best friend for the rest of the world. My brother, Luis. I know me and you haven't seen eye to eye, but I truly, deeply care for you. And I know you're going to be a very caring father, just as you were a caring brother. And to my oldest brother, may heaven have him in their embrace. I thank him for watching over me. He's been the reason I wanted to push forward, since he himself didn't finish high school, and I want to continue something that he couldn't. I owe everything to you, to all of you. Your sacrifices, your hard work, you've taught me the value of resistance and kindness. I'm so grateful to be your daughter and sister. Tonight, I'll be turning the tassel for the little girl who didn't think college was an option, and for her immigrant family who made it one. Congratulations, class of 2026. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. We actually made it. I know everybody said that at graduation, but for me, I really mean it. There was a point in my life where I honestly thought I would never make it to my senior year, let alone stand up here giving a speech. If freshman me could see me right now, she'll probably be confused, nervous, and wondering how I even passed English enough to write this. Freshman year was hikey kind of hard for me. I struggled pretty much with everything, keeping up with assignments, turning things in on time, or just not turning stuff in at all. I had a hard time staying motivated and honestly just believing in myself. School felt exhausting every single day. I tried, but I just felt like nothing was working for me. No matter what I did, I always felt behind everyone else. After my first year of high school, I dropped out. And honestly, at that time, I felt like I ruined my whole future. I felt embarrassed, disappointed, and completely lost. Watching everyone else move forward while I stayed stuck was one of the worst things I've ever felt. But one day, I sat there thinking about my life and where I was heading. I realized I didn't want to stay stuck forever. I didn't want my story to end after one bad year, so I begged my parents to let me go back to school and try again. And that's how I ended up at Jefferson. I was so nervous about coming here, like literally so nervous. I thought I wasn't going to fit in. I thought making friends would be impossible, and I thought I'd probably fail all over again. But thankfully, I was wrong. Coming to Jefferson honestly changed my life. For the first time in a long time, I felt supported. I started doing better little by little. I never failed a class here, but were all my grades amazing? Not really. Some of those grades were hanging on by a thread, but I passed. And honestly, that meant everything to me. But the best thing this school has gave me was the people. I met so many amazing friends here. Olivia, Zach, Leah, Alondra, Andrew, Lincoln, Kyrie, Ace, and Caitlin. They made my life feel lighter. They made me motivated to keep showing up, keep trying, and actually believe I could graduate. Andrew Jackson couldn't be here today, but I still want to mention him because he's generally one of the most funniest and kindest people I know. He always brought happiness into the group no matter what was going on, even on bad days. He could make everyone laugh somehow. And honestly, I think that's what made this school special for me. Not the classes, not the grades, not the homework we all procrastinated until the last second. It was the people. We all had moments when we struggled. We stressed over assignments, helped each other when we were focused, and somehow convinced ourselves saying we're so good to fix everything. But through all of it, we were there for each other. And I think that's why we're all sitting here today. Not because we're perfect, not because we always knew what we were doing, but because we kept going anyway. There's a quote that is really important to me. It's from Robin Williams, who starred in the Dead Poets Society. He says, "No matter what anyone tells you, words and ideas can change the world." That quote means a lot to me because I think people forget how powerful words really are. One conversation can completely change someone's life. One person believing in you can make you believe in yourself again. One kind comment can stay with someone forever. And I know that because it happened to me. There were so many moments where I felt like giving up, but the people around me, my friends, my family, the support I found here, helping me realize that failing once it didn't mean my life was over. I just needed another chance. And I know there are people out there who probably need to hear that too. Your mistakes do not define you. Being behind doesn't define you. Struggling mentally, struggling in school, or feeling lost doesn't define you. What matters is getting back up and continuing to try, even if it's hard. And every single person graduating today did that. We made it through stress, self-doubt, awkward presentations, terrible sleep schedules, and the cafeteria food that honestly felt suspicious at times. But somehow we made it. And now we're here, about to start a completely new chapter of our lives. And yeah, that's scary. Some of us already know exactly what we want to do after graduation. And some of us honestly still have no clue. But I think that's okay. Life doesn't have to happen all at once. You don't need to have your entire future figured out once you leave high school. I'm standing here as proof that life can still change, can still turn out okay, even if your path looks different from everyone else's. So to everyone graduating today, I just want you to remember this. You are enough, you are important, and you are capable of doing so much more than you think you can. Don't let one bad moment convince you your story is over. Sometimes the people who struggle the most end up becoming the most strongest person because they know what it feels like to fight for every step forward. Before I end the speech, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to my parents for believing me and giving me another chance when I needed it most. Thank you to my friends for making these years some of the best memories of my life. And thank you to everyone at Jefferson for making this place feel somewhere I belong. Class of 2026, after everything we went through, we made it. Thank you.
My name is Olivia Aston, and after hearing all these rest of the speeches, mine feels so stupid. Today is a celebration of achievement, resilience, and growth. But more than that, today is proof that we made it through moments we once thought we couldn't. I sure didn't think I would be up here talking to you today. I didn't even think I was going to graduate. I had my heart set on dropping out of high school 2.5 years ago. We became people shaped by late nights, difficult exams, unexpected challenges, unforgettable memories, and the support of those around us. We learned that courage sometimes looks like asking for help, showing up when things are hard, or believing in ourselves before anyone else does. And while today celebrates diplomas and accomplishments, it also celebrates the people who helped us reach this stage. To our parents, guardians, teachers, mentors, and friends, thank you for your patience, encouragement, and belief in us, even when we doubted ourselves. Jefferson High School has made me ready for the real world and any challenges I may face in the future. It made me confident, and the people here made me feel like I mattered. The class of 2026, this is not the end of our story. It is just the beginning of the lives we are about to build. And as my great friend always says, take chances, make mistakes, and get messy.
My name is Jazz, and I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Recently, I got told I wasn't going anywhere in life because I barely had the perseverance to finish high school. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm the only graduate here that's heard that, or something similar. Rejects, druggies, the dumb ones. There's a lot of labels that come with attending an alternative school. Now, I didn't get much direction in what to talk about tonight other than give advice to the graduating seniors. I'll be honest, that overwhelmed me at first, but the more I thought about it, I realized the best I can give to all of us, myself included, is to keep proving them wrong, stay true to yourself, and don't give up. Those are pretty basic things, I know, but in my time with the other young adults graduating tonight, I have noticed what amazing individuals they are. I am truly in awe of the people in this room. I have seen kids completely broken show up and end the day smiling because of the community we have built at Jefferson High School. It's about building people up and pushing them further than the world around them says they can go. I am beyond grateful for my time at JHS. I would not be graduating if it weren't for the amazing staff and friends I made there that pushed and worked with me every step of the way. I would like to take a second to say a big thank you to the wonderful teachers and staff. For me personally, there are a few staff members that have had an impact on my life that will be with me for a long time. Firstly, Mrs. Wadsworth. As much as I did not want to listen to her or get my stuff done, she still kept pushing me. I was 100% a pain in her butt. Secondly, Mrs. Morris, our favorite pink-loving lady. She always lent an ear when I needed it and always helped me be more positive. And last but certainly not least, Mr. Strong, or as I like to call him, Mr. Weak and Feeble. I often refer to him as my school dad. His classroom was my favorite place to be, and he made school a less overwhelming place for me to be. His classroom was always fun, and he definitely helped me push myself more than a few times. And while I'm saying my thank yous, I need to give a huge thank you to my family, the people that keep me going always, even when I want to quit. And of course, all of my amazing friends, especially my Holly, my soul sister. That girl made damn sure I got my crap done. All in all, I didn't think I'd get here, but Jefferson High School made it possible for me and many others. One last thank you to all the staff. You guys are rock stars.
Will you guys play the slideshow while they sit? I think we have issues with sound every year. It's just part of Jefferson High.
All right. Thank you, guys. Wow, that's a lot of human beings out there. Okay, good evening. My name is Brooks Strong, also known as Mr. Weak and Feeble, I guess. And I teach social studies and something that vaguely resembles PE here at Jefferson High School. For those of you who don't know me, not only am I the reigning Silent Ball Grand Champion, hey, you know it. But I'm kind of a nervous and big feelings guy, so if this all starts to go south, I apologize. Usually I'll start to go to like Desperation 6, 7, or face jokes. So yeah, so just forewarning there. This year, I've had the pleasure of getting to work with most of these 67 graduates, and it's been a heck of a ride. I've gotten to watch them do some truly amazing things and accomplish some big firsts for our little school. This group of students put together JHS's first We the People state competition team. Our students rebuilt and donated bikes to kids in need. Today we actually just finished up our 31st bike, so that's really cool. Yeah, for sure. And our students even built the world's most temporary kickball field. Most impressively, I even got to see a particular student hit both the counselor and one of this year's graduates in the face with a silent ball. So obviously we accomplished a lot this year. All that aside, you guys really have done some gas cooking, as the kids say, and I feel confident that you'll be able to take on whatever life sends your way after this. Life will no doubt commit you guys really fast and kick you in the teeth from time to time, but if you just slow down, take a deep breath, and rely on yourself and your support, you're gonna do great things. Real deal, like if you guys look around this room, all these people are here for you guys, to celebrate you guys and support you guys. That's really, really special. As a wise and sweater vest wearing Mr. Feeney once said, believe in yourself, dream, try, and do good. Lastly, I want to make sure that we make it out of here with some really important thank yous. First off, I want to thank my wife, Amanda, and my two kids, Riley and Jordy. They're camping, so I don't know if they're watching, but yeah. And all the families of the staff here at JHS. As you guys know, we get to spend a lot of our time with our families outside of the normal school year. But during the year, and rightfully so, we miss a lot of time with them to get ready for moments like this. And it's very well worth it, but they're good sports through and through. So just want to make sure that we acknowledge them. Next, I want to thank Mrs. Wadsworth for another year of great leadership that has really changed Jefferson High School and has really continued to develop our little school into a true springboard for all students who walk through our doors. I also want to make sure that that I thank the other staff here at JHS for being so supportive and being absolute wizards when it comes to helping our students in non-traditional ways so that they can leave our building with real tangible skills and momentum. Lastly, and I think most importantly, I want to thank you guys, thank the students. I've lived a lot, laughed a lot, and learned so much with you guys during this time that we've worked together. I don't do this sort of thing, so I just want you guys to know that I really do mean this. This time at JHS may have only been a pit stop in your story, but you really did leave your mark on our school, and you left it a little bit better than you found it, and you should be really proud of yourselves for that. Thank you for the honor of being your teacher, even if it was only for a little while. I will cherish it always. Thank you guys for the year. Congrats to the class of 2026, and go Cougs.
All right, I'm going to try and speak so you can hear me this year. Good evening. My name's Heather Cooper. I am the counselor at Jefferson High School. Each year, Miss Wadsworth lets me get up and kind of take a moment to brag on students, what they've accomplished this year and what their plans are for the future. And every year, I think how sad I am. This is the greatest group of graduates we've ever had. I'm gonna miss them so much. But lucky for me, each year we get an equally wonderful bunch. So I guess I should thank you all for raising such fabulous children for me to meet. So the best part of my job is getting to help students take the first steps in realizing their dreams after high school. It's something I love to do. This past year, I've had the privilege of working closely with our juniors and seniors as they navigate the challenges of high school and prepare for their futures beyond our school walls. And tonight we come together to honor their hard work and dedication, and I invite you all to help me or join me in applauding their accomplishments. First, I want to start with recognizing a couple of seniors this year that were able to earn their welding certification. They've been able to take that knowledge that they learned over the past year or two and go out into the community and start to build their careers. That's really awesome. We also have one of our seniors this year that was able to earn his seal of biliteracy in English and Spanish. He completed the Spanish immersion program, so awesome for him. This year's 2026 graduates have secured over $71,000 in grants and scholarships to help them pursue their dreams. That's a true testament to their hard work and determination. I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, yay, we can clap to that too. Okay, so for this next part, I'm gonna ask for some participation from our graduates. Don't be too mad at me. But when I kind of shout out what your plans are for the future, whether it's going to college or military, will you just stand up so we can congratulate you? All right, everybody ready? Some of our graduates will be furthering their education at universities such as ISU and CEI, where they will study a diverse range of subjects from political science to business, engineering, automotive technology, and psychology. Can those graduates stand up? Others have chosen to pursue technical certification and trade skills in fields like cosmetology, barbering, welding, certified nursing assistants, phlebotomy, and electrical work. We also have 2 students who will be serving our country as members of the armed forces. And let's not forget those who are already making a difference in our community, whether it's through construction, healthcare, agriculture, entrepreneurship, sales, landscaping, food service, and more. Every one of these students has already begun to leave their mark on the world, and we couldn't be prouder. To our graduates, I want you to know that your journey may have had its challenges, but you have shown resilience, determination, and an unwavering dedication. You have reached this milestone through hard work and perseverance, and for that, you deserve to be celebrated. Congratulations, class of 2026.
We're almost to the exciting part. I'm Wadsworth. If you don't recognize me, I am the principal, the one that dishes out the tough love a lot of the times. However, I have some words for my graduates, but first I'd like to take a moment to share my genuine appreciation and gratitude for the teachers and staff at Jefferson High School. Without them, we simply, all of you guys and myself, wouldn't all be sitting here tonight. Many of the students have relied on your support, listening ears, and at times your tough love and hard conversations in order to get to this point. I acknowledge that there are times that each of you question if your efforts really matter, and tonight is evidence that what you do does indeed have a purpose and matters. Graduates, take a breath, you've made it. Tonight, one of the largest chapters of your story closes, but also opens a brand new one that you get to write as you go along from this point forward. This new chapter is full of blank pages that are ready for the words that describe your dreams, successes, failures, and learning. I hope as your journey unfolds that you reflect on the lessons learned while in high school and that you apply those lessons to make the very best of your future, especially in the moments that life takes a wild, unexpected turn that knocks you back and makes you question everything that you are doing. Always remember that your failures do not matter nearly as much as your comebacks, and that people care far less about what you do than how you made them feel. Over the course of the year, you have not been the only ones to learn and grow. My experiences with each of you have contributed to my own personal growth and have taught me lessons that I will reflect on for years to come. I got to see firsthand all the talents so many of you possess, such as being outstanding artists, spending countless hours drawing, sometimes when you're supposed to be writing a speech for Otley's class, solving an equation for Wilson, or coming up with driving questions for Fortune's class. We may not have organized sports teams, but we have some outstanding athletes that can at times outshoot Strong, or beat Megan in a game of pig, or dominate the pool table or the Foursquare game. Many of you showed your patience, talent, and desire to look beyond yourselves as you repaired broken down bikes in the effort to provide a means to get some of our community youth outside more. Some of you are exceptionally crafty, creating works of art from random supplies in builder's class, or writing spectacular stories in creative writing with Weeks or the Patriot Post for Otley. There really was nothing you all couldn't accomplish once you set your minds to it and decided that you would, as you say, lock in and get it done. Even for those of you that waited till the very last minute, stressing me out and everyone else, somehow you pulled it together and did whatever needed to get done simply because you decided that you were going to succeed. I had the privilege of providing support, guidance, and at times, and when definitely needed, some serious tough love as some of you faced unmanageable challenges and ended up getting in the way of your own successes. We cheered along with you as you faced your hard and came out with your head held high as you pushed through without quitting. Lastly, I admire the resiliency so many of you display that has allowed you each to accomplish this milestone of graduating. Before I turn the time over to Board Trustee Leanna Poole, as principal of Jefferson High School, it is my privilege to share with you that with the assistance of my staff, that I have carefully reviewed the grades, credits, tests of each graduate that sits before you this evening. It is my honor to certify that each has completed the requirements set forth by the Jefferson County School District number 251 Board of Education. Furthermore, each graduate has fulfilled all the state of Idaho tests and curriculum requirements and is thereby eligible to participate in this evening's graduation ceremony. Based upon careful review from the Jefferson High School faculty and staff, and based upon the recommendation to the Board of the Education and through the power vested in me by the Jefferson County School District, it is my pleasure to introduce you all to Jefferson High School's graduating class of 2026.
That reminded me of my graduation. Long trek. I just want to start off by saying I love this graduation. Every year we come here and we can feel your enthusiasm and your excitement and your pride, and you should have pride in what you've accomplished. But it feels different than the other graduations, and I just love being a part of it. Your journey to this point has probably been like climbing a really steep mountain. And, sorry, I already lost my place. Just when you feel like you're getting to where you're feeling okay, a friend or a family member or life comes and says, "Come on, do you like surprises?" And you end up hanging off the cliff, hanging on for dear life because it was not a good surprise. I know each of you have had experiences and setbacks, ups and downs, hardships and struggles that have stretched you, and maybe even a few of you have had to claw your way to get here tonight. Preparing for this, I couldn't help but think back to my own graduation. If I had a piece of advice to give my younger self and to you, it would be this: discover your worth and believe in your worth. Your worth is not determined by looks, a specific act, or an accomplishment. Even being here tonight, getting your diploma, does not determine your worth. But what it took from inside of you, from your heart, does determine your worth. It took courage, it took heart, it took patience, it took love, it took a lot of sacrifice. One of my favorite quotes is from author Wayne Dyer, who said, "Self-worth comes from one thing, thinking you are worthy." Recently, I visited here to help with the food truck wars, which were amazing. I ate some amazing food. I met some fun kids. I saw some amazing advertising. And I even met a young girl, Hannah. Did you make it? Hannah, did you make it? Yay! It was so much fun to be here and see a little bit of Jefferson High in real life. But I always get the feeling that you guys kind of like to be out here semi-isolated and a little bit on your own and separated. But even though there's distance, we want you to know that we see you. We feel your determination. We have felt your strength. And we want you to know that we love being here, congratulating each and every one of you. We're here to show you that we know you are worthy of love, worthy of happiness, and worthy of anything good you do with your life. We're here cheering you on whether you see us or not. Now notice the person next to you. Know that they are worthy as well. And this goes for the whole audience. Know that the way you interact with other people, knowing their worth, changes the way you interact with other people. Knowing your worth allows you to confidently walk away with your head held high when you're in a situation you don't need to be in. Knowing the worth of others allows you to speak to others as you'd have them speak to you. And I'm not just talking about in person. The person you are commenting to online, on TikTok, Instagram, whatever it may be, or even emails, are all people of worth. If we complete the rest of our lives perfecting the ability to know our own worth and see the worth in others, you will be happier, you will be healthier, and you will have more confidence to handle whatever life throws your way. During my high school years, my struggles up to that point in life were hard to handle, were hard to endure, but they taught me some valuable lessons. As graduation loomed, I realized I had to get moving and dig into what I had learned and determine what I wanted for my future. I hope you are ready to dig in. Like mine, I know your struggles have taught you something about yourself and taught you how to survive. Use it, get moving, and dig into your future. Whichever path that looks like for each of you, know your worth and make your future amazing. We see your worth and can't wait to see what your bright futures unfold. On behalf of Jefferson's Joint School District 251 Board of Trustees, I accept the graduates of Jefferson High School's class of 2026. Well done and congratulations.
Are we on? I can't tell. Are we on? Perfect. Ready?
Kylie May Acor. Brenda Arredondo Cruz. Rigo Arredondo Cruz. Prize! Shake on the side! Olivia Paige Aston. Novi Bird. Porter Weiss Brown. Finley K. Cooper. Ben Hal Duncan. Tristan William Elder. Isaac Escobar. Furman Falcon. Bridger Boyd Finn. Cody Raylyn Fife and Quinn. Eli Ganyu. Alondra Gonzalez. Jose Martin Gonzalez. Corbin Pablo Gudino Juarez. Brinley Dawn Hale. Hayden Hammer. Jackson Del Harmon. Cabry Catherine Hatch. Alexis Jade Hazelton. Amelia Hodges. Caitlin Sierra Jensen. Burton Thomas Johnson. Corbin Roy Jorgensen. Parker King. I'm gonna cry. Lakota Vision Klingler.
Thank you so much for your help.
Joseph Allen Knudsen. Anastasia Kreitz. Janae Lane. Camden Reggie Laszlo. Aiden Elijah Martinez. Paya Dale McDowell. Esteban Mesa Hernandez. Jonathan Misael Mosqueda. Hannah Jody Oler. Aaliyah Marie Orr. Jazz Rose Scaife. I'm not sure if you have Jaden in our program, but he could not be with us next. Jace McCoy Robertson. Alan Rodriguez Murillo.
Man, we fucking made it, man. Thank you for teaching me math.
Oh, twin. Osman Rohel. Samantha Dayami Rojas. Aiden Gabriel Sanchez. Luis Eduardo Santo Librado. Canyon Bradley Scott. Jose Francisco Silva. Kyson Van Sorensen. Nicholas Leroy Sorensen. Anna Serreras. Marley Sue Tanner. Levi James Tarnaski. Jack Carson Taylor. Ru Lee Thung. Riley Lawrence Thomas. Colby Ryan Vadness. Gabriel Leon Vasquez Hernandez. Cameron John Walker. Noah Andrew Wetzel. Owen Wyatt Whitmill.
You'll want to wait until Owen gets there and sits down. And then have the parents, you guys just wait and then do this part. Okay? You're good. You got it.
Hey, y'all miss me or what? Yeah! Parents and guests, please remain seated until after the recessional, at which time please join your graduate out at the entryway for pictures. Also at this time, graduates will return their gowns and receive their official diplomas. Classmates, in just a few seconds, we will be moving the tassels from one side of our cap to the other. Let this symbolize our movement from one journey to the next. Please turn out our tassels. And congratulations, class of 2026! Yeah, baby, yeah! The ops can't stop me, I'm shooting for the stars! Yeah! Woo, woo, woo!
We'll wait for Reggie to get back to his spot, and then if you'll start the music, then we'll get out and close the ceremony. Parents, there is a backdrop, just outside those main doors. Feel free to use it for pictures. Students, remember you need to turn in your gown in order to get the diploma. Mr. Strong and Mr. Fortune will take care of that for you, okay? So find them out there in the foyer as well, okay? Okay.